Well, my Mountain Mike's was delicious today.
I mean, you powered right through that, huh?
I'm trying.
Welcome back. This is Condors Unleashed. We're on My45, Bakersfield.com. Every Tuesday from 2 to 3, My45 on Saturdays from 11:30 till noon. And Bartle eating his first lunch today, not his second lunch. His first lunch. He held off all day. We're very proud of him because normally he has second lunch is pizza.
2 o'clock is too long for Bartle to wait to eat lunch.
Yeah. Each and every Tuesday, though, we're live on Bakersfield.com, 2 to 3 p.m. This is our player segment, joined by Condors winger Andrew Miller. And Miller had an interesting week for himself up to Edmonton, back from Edmonton, in Ontario, meeting the team in Ontario. And what is that like as a player to kind of have a busy week like that and end up playing 3 games for 2 different teams?
Yeah, it's a bit of travel, but also a good time. Obviously, getting called up anytime you have that opportunity is great. So being able to get up there and play a game was phenomenal.
Obviously you want to stay as long as you can, but what kind of message did they give you when you departed to come on back down to Bakersfield?
I mean, I think just getting the opportunity, getting called up and playing a game, and they obviously like what I do, and they want me to do the same thing that I do down here up there. So being consistent and making plays. So confidence is always a good thing. So being called up is great.
Now, you're a Michigan guy. Was Detroit the team growing up?
Yeah, both my parents are from Buffalo, so I started out a Sabres fan, but all my friends are Wings fans, so a lot of torn fans for that game who were watching kind of all over the country, which is pretty cool. So definitely like the Wings growing up.
So one of the great things about the NHL, from what I gather, I've never been there. The food.
Are you trying to get called up or what's happening?
If they call me up, that'd be great. I know you didn't go on any road trips. You didn't get the meal on the charter or anything like that. But what do you got? You got a post-game spread? You got like a breakfast spread when you come in the morning?
Did you tell he's hungry?
What's the food situation like up there in Edmonton?
I mean, unfortunately, there's not pizza everywhere you go. But, they do a good job of breakfast and lunch and good meals. So it's a high-class organization, and they do a great job with everything from staff to food to coaching. So it's great being up there, obviously.
What have the first couple of weeks been like for yourself here in Bakersfield? Because it's been a little bit of transition, obviously, for the guys that were in Oklahoma City last year, but coming out here to California.
Yeah, I think it's obviously a nice weather town and good fans, and we really appreciated the support so far, which has been great. Guys are kind of getting settled and moving in, but a little bit better with things going on and a lot of games. And we've started out with a decent amount of home games, which has been great. So playing at home always kind of helps you ease the tension and situation gets a little bit smoother.
And good for this Condors team, I think, to get that victory on Saturday night, get the 3-0 win over the Gulls, and really do so in convincing fashion and have a little fun with a little brawl as well, too.
Yeah, they have a good team. They play hard and they make plays. So I think to avoid situations like that, we got to push back and make sure we score goals on the power play when we get the opportunity.
What's this goal? Are we going to run this goal?
Yeah, let's run the goal. Can we cue up the goal? We got the goal from Ontario.
So
now you didn't have much time to prepare for this game. Can we put it up on the big board? Is that possible? That's all right. We got it going. We got it up on the big board here, so you can kind of break it down. Stop it right there. Do you know you're beating the D-man at this point?
Yeah, I think so. He's pretty flat-footed, and unless he gets a poke on the puck, I think I have an opportunity to get past him. And
he's reaching. He's got no chance right there. What's he doing?
Yeah, I mean, unless he turns and flies the other way, I think I have a good opportunity to get past him there. And
now, if you can, I don't know if you can rewind it back here quick, but because the play moves into the corner off the deflection here when it comes across. And I kind of just want to get your thoughts on this because when you come down here, do you know he's coming back up top and where you're going to go?
Sometimes, yeah. Hopefully I'll kind of hide in the weeds there and kind of duck under other people because they're definitely not going to be able to see me past someone else. So if I have that opportunity to jump it and time it correctly, it can work in my favor. But if I don't get it, then it could be in the back of our net. So
you make a nice move on the goaltender. Do you come in thinking in your head automatically what the move's going to be, what move you're going to make when you get in on him, or are you waiting to see what he does?
A little bit of both. I think there are certain situations where you have a few options. depending on where you are on the ice and where the other guys. And a lot of it depends on where the other back checkers are coming from. So if a guy's going to cut me off, I'm not going to be able to cross the net like I did there. But hopefully I'll be able to wait him out sometimes in a situation like that, which makes things a little bit easier for me. So it depends on the path to the net and how far back the goalie is going to be.
We talked about this game down in Ontario, and you know, the Condors up 3-0 on a very good Ontario team, unable to close it out. But is that just part of the process here with a little bit of a younger team, learning how to close out games, learning how to play the full 60 minutes?
Yeah, I think when things are going well, you gotta push harder, and you gotta make sure you make plays a little bit harder. It's obviously human nature to relax a little bit when things are going really well. So just possessing the puck and making plays, and when the time is right to be taking chances, and maybe you'll have to play a little bit more defensively, but when you're up, you still got to go attack the other team. So, and you can't really sit back, which I think we did for a little bit.
Now, Yale University won a national title for the Bulldogs. Are you the smartest guy on this Condors team?
Probably not. Probably not. Probably not at all. We got some pretty bright kids and a lot of good guys. So,
Yeah,
What was the degree in?
political science.
You're there
me
at
too.
a good stretch for Yale. I mean, kind of a resurgence, if you will, for the program. What was that like, you know, during your whole time there?
I think just the change in the program from the coaching staff. Keith Elaine was brought in and has done a phenomenal job. I think the stat was in the first 6 years as a coach, he's had the best winning record out of any college coach ever. So he has kind of set a foundation for the type of player and the work ethic there at the program. And obviously his record speaks for itself. And we went to the tournament a few times in my career, and they went last year as well. So they're a good program, and hopefully one that can be reckoned with in the future here.
Is he the one that recruited you? I'm trying to think back to when he started and when you
Yeah,
started.
he was he was the coach and was obviously going to be the coach when I was there. And they've interchanged assistants in the past few years because they've done so well. They've gotten jobs elsewhere at other programs. So he's done a great job there, and the school has supported him really well, which is important as well.
And for those that don't know, Yale University, the home rink's called the Yale Whale. It's shaped like a whale, but that place gets loud on a weekend night.
Yeah, other players that I talk to in our league say that's one of the most fun places for them to play to and come to. And having a sold-out crowd every night is phenomenal, and the support from the community and the school is great. And it's a unique rink, but one of the best college atmospheres, I think.
We talked with Jerry a little bit about it, but the Condors going on the road here to Texas. We talked about the California rivalries out here in the Pacific Division, but I mean, you guys have had a nice little rivalry here over the last couple of years with this Texas team.
Yeah, I think we've played them probably 20-plus times in the past few years, and they have a lot of good players, and they're coached well. So it'll be a battle, but always fun to play in that building.
And what Halloween costume are you taking on this road trip?
Fortunately, no Halloween.
Come on. Right, Holtby's going to be a radio guy.
What is your? Yeah, that's
He's going to go out on Halloween night. He's going to have the headset on. And he's going
What is your favorite Halloween costume though from maybe years past, maybe your college days that you've ever come up with?
Well, my mom was actually a phenomenal costume creator. She made them all herself from scratch. So I was Zorro once. That was pretty cool. That was probably the most memorable one that I've had.
Zorro.
Yeah.
With a real sword or what?
Yeah, obviously 7 years old with a.
You didn't say you were 7. I don't know. Maybe you were 17.
Yeah, it was a real sword. Yeah, just go around slicing people all over the place. Was Halloween big though for yourself growing up, or?
Yeah, of course. Always a trick or treating, and my mom decorated the house, and we had a big party with all my friends when we were younger, at family friend's house. So I think every kid loves Halloween.
You might not get to enjoy as much of it nowadays, with the professional athlete lifestyle and all, but did you have favorite chocolate candy growing up, or do you have a sweet tooth?
I've been known to have a dessert or two once in a while, but probably Snickers and Reese's.
What's the go-to dessert?
Cheesecake.
Oh,
Very good.
Can't go wrong
And
with
who
that.
said everything he eats is healthy?
Can't go wrong with that.
No,
That's
you can't-
healthy
no,
cheesecake. It's dairy.
If you say so.
It's not red meat. Red meat's bad for you.
That's true.
Yeah, it's awful for you now.
That's true.
Away from the ice, we often like to talk to the guys about, what do you like to do when you have an off day, or you have, a chance, especially out here in California, to kind of take an off day and to go see some things. What do you like to do away from the rink?
Well, obviously here in California, LA, do everything from museums to beaches to restaurants. Obviously, I'd like to take advantage of that. Away from the rink, big college football guy. College football, college basketball, NFL. So,
Is it Michigan State? Is it Michigan? Or
I've a few friends who kind of go both ways, but
Okay.
I support both teams, but probably Michigan football. And
all right.
I don't know. I have favorites different years, so depending on who the staff is and who the players are.
All right.
There
We
you
appreciate the time as always.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming
it.
on. We
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it.
Thanks a lot.
It's Condors winger Andrew Miller. The Condors in action this weekend against Texas, Friday at 5:30, Saturday at 3 o'clock local time. And remember, it's turn back the clock weekend, so turn the clock backwards Saturday night into Sunday, so you don't miss the Condors at 3 o'clock. All right, we'll step out, take a break. If you're on My-45, we'll see you later. If not, come on back on Bakersfield.com. We'll have more Condors Unleashed live from the Bakersfield, California.